of education. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. The world requires a change. All the revealed books of God, these are the revealed books of God. This is unrevealed. All the revealed books of God are unerring. And collected wisdom, what is the collected wisdom? Who collected the wisdom? Who has given this? Who has given it? God. He has collected the wisdom. From when? When the day one, when God created this earth, till the book was released by God, or the teachings were revealed. All the wisdom of the past is enshrined in Bhagavad Gita, up to 5,000 years. 2,500 years ago, this Tripitaka came. All the wisdom up to 2,500 years, since the day one is available here. All the wisdom up to 2,000 years is here in the Bible. Since the day one till the date this book was revealed by God to a manifestation of God. All the wisdom of the past, since the day one till 1,400 years ago, when this message appeared in the soul of Muhammad, that was all wisdom is there. And then Guru Granth Sahib, all the wisdom of the past till 550 years ago is enshrined into this book. All the wisdom of the past has been enshrined 200 years ago, Kitab exists in the Bible. All the wisdom is there. So all these wisdom, all these revealed books of God are unerring. If all the prophets of the world, all the learned men of the world want to find out a mistake or add a comma or full stop, they cannot do it because these are unerring. And moreover, they are the collected wisdom. For whom? Who collected? God. For whom? For His creation. Why? Because He loves us. Out of His love. And what are these wisdom? They are from time to time from according to the need of the society. All the revealed books of God are unerring and collected wisdom that are sent by one God as required from age to age. As required from age to age. To open the mental locks of mankind and to cure the maladies of that age. For example, this Bhagavad Gita was revealed 5,000 years ago. There was a need for justice. And the king, and those days there were no courts, high court, supreme court, lower court. There were no chief justices, judges in those days, in olden days. Only the king or the emperor or the ruler was the chief justice. He was the chief justice, he was the judge, he was everything. And if anybody has any complaint against anybody, he will come to the darbar, that means a place where the king listens to the grievances. He will put his complaint and the king will ask the person against whom the complaint has been made to call him. He was called and then he will listen both sides and give the judgment. It was the work of the king also. So king was not only a king, but he was also the chief justice of that time. But when the king himself became unjust, Duryodhana became unjust, he was a king and he became unjust. He had a bad eye on the wife of Pandavas and he also done so much of treachery towards them. He made a house of wax and he took them on the pretext that I made a good house and there is an opening house, opening ceremony, there will be dinner, and he took all the 5 brothers of his brothers and as soon as they went inside, he closed the door and then put the fire. They would have been killed, but then they made a surang and they came out of it. Tunnel. Otherwise they would have been killed. So this kind of injustice was done. And then God sent his message that if this continues, what will happen? The ministers of the kingdom will become unjust. The officers of the kingdom will become unjust. And the ruffians of the society will become unjust. And justice is needed, otherwise whole society will be, crippled. So God sent this message of Bhagavad Gita to set right the society. It was the social need of the time. He sent the message of justice. Nyayartha bandhu ko bhi dand dena dharma. For the sake of justice, even if you have to punish your brother, punish him. And then, likewise, Buddha's message. When so much of caste system was spread all over he realized the society will be divided into parts and fragments. Save it. So the message came from God, no, this is wrong. And when people became hardened, their hearts became like a stone. The message came from God to Jesus. The kind kingdom of earth will belong to those who are kind and compassionate. Those who want to become mighty, powerful, the only way is to become kind and compassionate. So this was the message. And then 1400 years ago, Quran Sharif came. It teaches us the first ayat of the Quran, the first teaching of Quran says, Khuda is Rabbul Alameen. He is the Rabb of the whole humanity. He is the creator of, Allah is the creator of the whole of humanity. All are children of one God. All are like brothers and sisters. Quran teaches us to be brotherhood. Quran teaches us unity, friendship, love, understanding. Quran never teaches anything else other than the love and understanding and brotherhood. This was the message of Quran. So is the Guru Granth Sahib. Abbal Allah Noor Paya, कुदरत के सब बंदे और एक नूर ते सब जग उपजा कौन भले कौन मंदे और नानक नाम चढ़ती कला कब जब तेरे भाने सर्वत्र दा भला. Only the Nanak's name can take you to apex, to God, if you have in your heart the sarvatra da bhala, sabka bhala. Do good to the entire humanity. Sacrifice for the entire humanity. That message came through this. And 200 years ago, the message came in the heart of Baha'u'llah. That was unity of heart. Not unity gale milne ka nahi. Ki hum log, yes. Unity of heart. So that was the message. Oh my God, unite the hearts of thy servants and reveal to them thy great purpose. Unite the hearts of thy servants and reveal to them thy great purpose. May they follow thy commandments and abide in thy law. Help them, O God, in their endeavor and grant them strength to serve thee. O God, leave them not themselves, but guide their steps by the light of thy knowledge and cheer their hearts by thy love. Verily, thou art the helper and the Lord. So dear friends, we need to take this. There are 3 areas to establish divine civilization on earth. We need to use education, we need to use religion, and we need to use law, order and justice. The basic principles of law, order and justice must be taught compulsorily from early childhood all over the world, and every child must be made law-abiding, orderly and just in his formative age. To safeguard the future of Earth's over 2 billion children and the generations yet to be born, whose future has become progressively more insecure and unprotected during past 7 decades since the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki and the recent spread of international terrorism, global warming, manufacturing, stockpiling of deadliest weapons of mass destruction, fear of a third world war and nuclear holocaust. Let us therefore establish a legally constituted world parliament, a world government, a world court of justice, one economic order to the world, and one currency, weights and measures, a world system of education, a world language to be taught along with the mother tongue and national tongue, equality of men and women, harmony of science and religion. Teach our children that source of all the religion is one God. So this is the, what is needed today. Through the law, through the justice, we can change the world. Through education, through religion, and through law, order, and justice, we can change the world. These are the 3 areas if we want to establish divine civilization on earth in place of rapidly increasing disunited, inhuman, lawless, unjust, and satanic civilization. We need to use the 3 areas, that is law, order, and justice, education, and religion. So our school is trying to combine all these 3 things, the education, religion, and law, order and justice. We are using all three areas to establish a divine civilization on earth in place of rapidly increasing disunited, inhuman, lawless, unjust and satanic civilization.
And so, in the microcosm of the city of Lucknow, Dr. Jagdish Gandhi started City Montessori School in 1959, a non-profit organization that was set up as a laboratory to create world-minded and socially conscious citizens who would work for the welfare of humanity and its unity. Plato had said, "It is the idea that moves the world." Goethe says, "Life is action." The story of Dr. Jagdish Gandhi's life is refreshingly vibrant that encourages one to take charge, regenerate and renew. The concept of karma was introduced to him by his uncle Sri Prabhu Dayalji, who inculcated in him hope and to dream of a world where there will be Satyug, the divine civilization. His father took him to village temple where religious discourses and discussions took place, and his pious mother ingrained in him the value of complete connect with God at all times. Greatly influenced by Mahatma Gandhi, young Jagdish found not only the peaceful narrative of serving society, but also the burning fervor of resolution in the great man. He could fathom the power of the slogan of Jai Jagat or Hail the World, coined by the Mahatma and Acharya Vinoba Bhave to reform and restructure global society. He laid the foundation of a school where value of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or Earth is but one country and mankind its citizens, is being nurtured through unique CMS broader, bolder education model for the 21st century, an education capable of saving humanity that draws heavily from the teachings of Baha'u'llah that says, among the greatest of all the great services that can possibly be rendered by a man to Almighty God is the meaningful spiritual education of children, building their character and inculcating in their tender hearts the love of God. He always felt that education is not filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. The school has educated students to respect the values of tolerance and has been actively working to construct the defenses of peace in the minds of students, parents, and public. In recognition of this remarkable achievement, the school was awarded the 2002 UNESCO Prize for Peace Education. The school that began with 5 children and a borrowed capital of $10 in 1959 today has over 56,000 students, a Guinness World Record for being the largest school by pupils. He still works, sleeps, eats and entertains visitors in 12 by 14 square feet room where he first began his mission. All his personal belongings can fit into a suitcase. Dr. Gandhi, who has maximized expenses on his vision and minimized his personal needs, by religion he is Baha'i. By way of personal wealth, he has none. His fervent admirer and follower, his wife, Dr. Bharati Gandhi, he is supported in his vision by his principals from 18 CMS campuses, 2,000 teachers and 1,000 other workers of CMS. The De Rosio Award winner in the 20th century, the recognition of outstanding service to education and human enrichment, Dr. Gandhi argues, as universe is governed by laws of nature, humanity should also be governed by one law, and thus pioneered the idea of World Judiciary Summit. He constituted the World Unity Education Department to organize the international conferences of Chief Justices of the world since the turn of the century, with the recently concluded 19th International Conference of Chief Justices of the World on Article 51 of the Constitution of India. Staunch believer of Mahatma Gandhi's path of non-violence, Dr. Jagdish Gandhi's life has been governed by the saying of, "Let us not curse the darkness. Instead, light a candle." Member of the World Peace Prayer Society and a firm believer in the Japanese Kaizen theory of continuous improvement, Dr. Gandhi introduced the concept of quality control circles in education and is the founder chairman of the World Council for Total Quality and Excellence in Education. For bringing in this visionary concept in education, he was honored with the key to the city of Georgetown, USA. This crusader for unity and peace, Dr. Jagdish Gandhi, has a class of his own, working on a thesis. True education releases capacities, develops analytical abilities, confidence in oneself, willpower, goal-setting competency, and instills the vision that will enable oneself to become a self-motivated agent of social transformation, serving for the best interest of the community. For nearly 6 decades now, in a real laboratory of a school called CMS and its community focusing on real-time subjects in globalism, universal brotherhood, and world unity and peace, Dr. Gandhi has earned 5 honorary doctorate degrees, namely Honorary Doctorate Degree in Education in 2009 by Bashkir State Pedagogical University, Ufa, Russia, Honorary Doctorate Degree in Law bestowed by the University of Concepción del Uruguay, Republic of Argentina in 2012. In the same year, another honorary doctorate degree in law given by the University of Mendoza, Republic of Argentina. Honorary doctorate degree by Inca Garcilaso University in Peru in 2014. An honorary doctorate degree by the National University of Mongolia in 2015. Lifetime Achievement Award by the Education World magazine in 2017. The prestigious Gusi Peace Prize in Manila, Philippines in 2011. The award, also known as the Asian Nobel Prize, is given to achievers of the world. And Soaring Above the Rest Award by the Council for the Indian School Certificate Examination, New Delhi, for his invaluable contribution to peace through education in 2014. Who could have imagined that a frail, bashful boy born in one of thousands of remote, poverty-stricken, backward villages of the state of pre-independent Uttar Pradesh in these past 60 years would have been able to create a wonderful experiment of immense value to educators worldwide, a story which has received global recognition, a story worth understanding by policymakers and schools worldwide.
May CMS fragrance fill the sky, and its name endure forever and I. May its founders' ideals inspire, to strive, to seek, to ever aspire. May we uphold the good and fair in all that we do and dare. At home, at school, at play, in actions of the day. Our school is a temple of learning, where knowledge and wisdom rules, where we become the changes we dream of, our most beloved school. Our lessons are of peace and love, our anchor is of spiritual Jagan. Our vision is of world unity, unique in the annals of education. Our founder is a one of a kind. We are the light of the world, and CMS, the hope of mankind. May CMS fragrance fill the sky, and its name endure forever and ever. May its founders' ideals inspire, to strive, to seek, to ever aspire. May we uphold the good and fair in all that we do and dare. At home, at school, at play, in actions of the day. At home, at school, at play, in actions of the day.
CMS Director Strategy, Mr. Roshan Gandhi Faruhi, appreciated students' efforts to connect to global governance, address crisis in global leadership, and help provide solutions to many world problems.
They are really engaging with the issues that are being raised at this conference. They really care about these issues, and they are really showing themselves capable of learning a great deal, and I'm sure that they will be following in the footsteps of the great dignitaries that are present here today in their own fields on the basis of their interest and intelligence in approaching these issues. So hearty congratulations to you all. Let's give it up one more time for these students. Thank you very much.
We now begin with the press conference.
Views of world judiciary can compel politicians to take steps to bring about change in global scenario for safety and prosperity of humanity. Dr. Jagdish Gandhi, convener of 19th International Conference of Chief Justices of the World on Article 51 of the Constitution of India, opened the session of the press conference. Here are the excerpts.
The mission of the conference is to unite the world for the safety of the children as well as 7.5 billion people of the world whose future has become progressively more insecure.
Our role as leaders, our role as parents, our role as citizens of the world is to see to it that our children must be food secure, must have social security nets, must be aware of the ravages of climate change, which are of course influencing migration issues. We also need to see to it that our children have access to education.
Peace can never be the absence of war only. Peace means all children being afforded good quality of life, good education, and a better understanding of their responsibilities.
We want peace in the world. We don't want terrorism.
CMS firmly believes that it is our bounden duty and obligation to preserve this world for the sake of children and future generations. And thus, CMS Light of Asia Award was presented to Dr. Sabur Khan, Chairman of Daffodil International University, Dhaka. President and Chief Operating Officer CMS, Professor Geeta Gandhi Kingdon, handed over the prize to Dr. Sabur Khan in recognition of support for mobilizing students for world unity and world peace.
Thank you, everyone.
The judges, with their dedication to justice, impartiality, and regard to universal values and law, are highly esteemed and trusted by all sections of the society, and therefore their well considered impartial views be valued. In the evening, the eminent guests visited the grand Lucknow High Court campus. Museum and the archive section unfolded some interesting facts of erstwhile state of Audh, now known as Awadh.
शिक्षात्मक सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम एवं चिंतन हेतु विश्व एकता सत्संग में आप सभी सपरिवार सादर आमंत्रित हैं।